Hello guys, welcome to Being Einstein. Today we will start a new topic on Aptitude series, ratios and proportions. Let's first see what is ratios. So guys, now let's start with ratios. Ratio is a relation or comparisons of multiples, parts or one quantity to another. Let us consider two number which is m and n. Then ratio of this m and n is written as m is to n, which is like this. Ratio of two numbers is also said as m divided by n, which can also be written as m divided by n. Now let's see the terms used in ratios. If we consider the two ratios m and n are written as m is to n, then the first term, which is numerator, and the second term, which is denominator, is also called as first term and denominator as second term. And first term, according to the ratios antecedent, the first term is called as antecedent and second term is called as consequent. If you multiply same number in the numerator and denominator, then the value of ratios does not change. Let's take an example of this example. If there are two ratios a is to b, if you multiply any number, let's say x, to a and the same number with b, then the value of ratios does not change. If take 2 is to 3, 2 multiplied by the same number take as 4 and 3 multiplied by 4, the value will be 8 and 12. The ratios will be the same if you multiply the same numerator and denominator with the same number 4 and 4. Now let's see some of the terms used in ratios. If we consider a ratio a is to b, then the terms used in ratios will be duplicate ratios, triplicate ratio, subduplicate ratio, subtriplicate ratio. Then what do you mean by duplicate ratio? It is equal to the ratio of square of two numbers. If we consider these ratios, then the duplicate ratio will be a square is to b square. Then what do you mean by triplicate ratios? It is the ratios of their cubes. If we consider this ratio, then the triplicate ratio will be a cube and b cube. The subduplicate ratios, it is the ratio of their roots. Then this ratio will be written as root a is to root b. Then the last will be the subtriplicate ratio, which is the ratio of the cube roots, which is written as cube root a, cube root b. Some another term used in ratios are compound ratios. Compound ratios. If you have three ratios given in order like a is to b, b is to c and c is to d, then the compound ratio is of these three numbers of three ratios will be written as ratio of first term divided by ratio of second term. Which can be written as, this is the first term of all these three numbers a, b and c, and the ratio of last term B, C and D. Or if you take another example of this same compounded ratio, if you have three ratios, one, you know, 2:5 and 6:7, then this compound ratio will be written as the ratio of the first term 1 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 6 divided by 3 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 7, the ratio of last second term. These are the second term and these are the first term. So guys, let's take an example. A bottle contains a 10 liter of mixtures of oil and water. What is the ratio of water to oil if there is 5 liters of oil in the mixture? So what is asked in the questions? The ratio of the quantity of waters and the quantity of oil. Quantity of water to the quantity of oil. So we have to find the ratios. So we can write this as water to oil, the ratios of water to oil, and can be calculated as, here the terms given are 10 liters of water, 10 liters of mixture. The total mixture is 10 liters and among the total mixtures 5 liters of oil is there in this mixture. Then the ratio we have to find is water is to oil. Then water will be the total mixture minus the total amount of oil present divided by total quantity of oil, which is as 10 liters of mixture is given. Among that mixtures 5 liters of oil is given divided by oil. So the answer will be 5:5, which is 1. The ratios of water is to oil, water to oil is 1. So the answer will be 1.